Yeah. All right, so like I said, I wanted to start out with the drum. All right, this is one of the first drum machines because what happened was when we started doing records, we couldn't just loop the records anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we had to come up with drum machines in order to play our own sets of drums. So you move from here, because we're dealing in a different time and age. Back then, we were able to make our own different sets of drums to give us the different sounds. But in 1973, we had to move it, or this is a little later than 73. However, this is one of the first drum machines, the Pt.2, in which you was able to emulate those sounds. Simulate and emulate those sounds using this particular, as a matter of fact, I said emulate, I think it was called the EMU. EMU. So maybe they knew something back then. To give us something to emulate those sounds and so forth and so on. And one of the first really good masters of this machine is Sed G from Ultramagnetic MCs. He mastered this machine in and out. The machine is bullshit. It's you being able to make manifest. Right. The machine is just something that you're using to make manifest what's already inside of you. And most of these guys, these air element individuals, they walk to their own drum. You see what I'm saying? So this is just something that was facilitated to help them manifest what was inside of them. So they had these beats playing inside of their head and so forth and so on because they are of that bloodline, whether they knew it at the time or not. You don't just become a producer or a DJ. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's something within you that makes you want to go to downstairs records, look for these goddamn break beats, cover the break beat up so that the next nigga can't get the break beat that you got, that he got to do his own work, and for you to arduously study and listen for 13, 14, 15 seconds of a particular drum pattern that you feel would move the crowd. All right, so this machine began to help brothers to make their own manifestation. So instead of looking for the breakbeat on the record, this was a machine used to help compose your own beats, your own drum sounds, your own composition of drum sounds. And I'm getting ready to get my 12-year-old son. He's here. Give him a round of applause. He's sitting in the back there. All right. I'm getting ready to get him his first drum machine. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a drummer's spirit. He's starting to ask, how he put that beat together. He's starting to criticize producers' beats. So that's when you know, okay, it's time for you to have something so you can express the drum within you. Then it moved up to the SP1200, which just meant more sample time. It was a couple of other features that went with it. But the key thing was the sample time. I think on the 12, I think the sample time might have been 6 seconds.
Only 6 seconds.
Yeah, it was 6 second sample time. And what that means is whichever break beats or records that you found within the crates, you only had 6 seconds to sample a bass, a snare, a hi-hat, a loop. And if you wasn't nice within that 6 seconds, it limited you. But this gave you more sample time and it had a hard drive built in or something to that effect. So this is another drum machine. I'm just kind of showing y'all a couple of the evolution of hip-hop with the drum. The Akai MPC 60. This is more of today's standard drum machine. They got the Akai MPC 2000, 3000, a couple of other machines out. But industry dudes now, they're using the Akai. The pads are a little softer, a couple of more features. Unlimited sample time. I think maybe 60 seconds, 60 or 30 minutes or something bananas in terms of sample time. And sample time, if you remember, wasn't an issue in the beginning of hip-hop. Wasn't really an issue. You could sample what you wanted to sample. Then it became an issue because, to me, it became an issue because, remember, all of them records that we were sampling from those brothers and sisters in the early 50s, 60s, 70s, they didn't own the rights to those records. Some white boys owned the rights to those records, and when these white boys was hearing them James Brown records or this and that, and he said, hold on, I raped James Brown for them publishing. I should get paid off of this. And that's how that became about, and sampling became a major issue. And I spoke in a lecture in Atlanta and explained that the spiritual aspect of sampling had a lot to do with us conjuring up the energy of those who put those records down and during those times. So if I wanted to bring back somebody who was passed away in the physical sense, if I sampled their record and added the energy a new energy to that record, they would be revived. That's how you resurrect someone who's passed away. You see what I'm saying? And we was using that to reconnect our struggle and reconnect the bloodline. So, when public enemies fight the powers that be, and they turn that shit into, here it is, damn, and you know what I'm saying? They was fighting the power just on a whole nother vibratory rate. Okay, but they were sampling that energy and bringing that energy back. Now, this is what's going on now. This is the iPod mixer. And what it does is it takes away the essence of what a DJ does. Now, I'm not against us being able to evolve with the technology, because you have to, or you get left behind. The one element that I got a problem with is the damn turntables. If you a DJ and you're not using turntables, what part of the game is that? Some things are not meant to be changed. You follow what I'm saying? Because, like I said, when I see these, give me a record real quick. Any record. Just give me a record. This spheric disc looks like a melanated disc. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And when that's spinning and it's opening up those vortexes, and you know what I'm saying, and we letting energy in and energy out of the damn, you know what I'm saying, wormhole, this is an important essence of it. A disc.
Check.
Alright? Check. Here we go. So now, this is where the technology is, and it makes you, helps you get records faster, but the essence of it is gone. However, this is what they call a serrator. And this, turn the light on one more second, because I got to explain this. Because I thought I was on the Twisted when I saw this. I'm at a jam in the park in Katona Park. And cool DJ Red Alert is rocking. Alright? Now, he brings his laptop and he sets his laptop over here. Let me share this space with you. I used to DJ too. I used to needle drop like Grand Wizard. Like I said in my previous, I was not nice at the shit or nothing. But watching him in the park, I didn't needle drop. What I did was I cheated. I needle skipped. So that means I got down close to the record and I could count the grooves. And I could dance to the drummer's beat, dance to the drummer's beat. It was a far stretch. But it wasn't the needle drop, it was the needle skip. So I might be famous for the needle skip. Anyway, so what Cool Herc did was he put his laptop here.
Red alert.
What did I say? Cool Herc?
Cool Herc.
Okay, Red Alert. And he's rocking, dance to the drummer beat, let's dance to the drummer beat, let's dance to the drummer beat. And then he went over and he did something, and then all of a sudden he said, 1, 2, 3, 4, hit it. 1, 2, and then he went over and he did something else, and he started spinning a different record without physically removing the record from the turntable. This new Serato technology enables you to keep the essence as a DJ. You still can keep your essence and do your thing, but you don't have the arduous task of bending your back over, finding your record. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do was find your record here. And if you had Wi-Fi, nigga might request some shit. Yo, I want to hear it. No problem. Nigga, download that shit.
Download it right
now. And I can rock it on the set of turntables without physically. And if you're going to rock a party, you don't have to bring the crates of records anymore. You got your turntables and you got your laptop. So, and your hard drive. External hard drive and some other technical things. The reason I said that is because that still allows you to keep the essence as a DJ. Spin on the ones and twos.
That's what we was waiting for, because they're trying to get away from the turntables and do the CD mixes. And
even the CD mixes.
90% of the DJs was like,
no. Because how do I mix on a goddamn CD?
It's convenient, but it's whack.
It's convenient. This is from a DJ from Cedar Park.
I've been doing this.
This Cedar Park is the birthplace of hip hop, and I've known him that long, and I have rocked jams in the park with this young man. Alright, I'm 38 today, but as a youngster in the park in the 80s, I was fortunate enough where I finally got on the other side of the ropes.
82.
Because you couldn't get behind the ropes and shit, you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't down, you felt all unimportant and shit. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? There be niggas behind the ropes, and all they did was bring the records, whatever.
That's it.
But they was able to post behind the ropes, and you wanted to be important and shit. So I went home and started harnessing my skills. And when I was 13 or 14, I was able to get on the other side of the ropes. And believe me, I made a big deal of this shit. Yo, back up, yo. Yo, you not there with the crew, yo. Anybody want to do it? Anybody you gotta go. You gotta go, son. I made a big deal of that shit when I finally got behind the next time. You kill that leg for me back there. Kill that leg, Tanya.
Stay behind the ropes because you was nice.
Thank you. I've earned my keep from behind those ropes.
But that's just the mixer. Serato is actually
right. It's a whole software system.
Yeah.
Okay, this right here is Cubase, and what happened was this. We started spending a lot of money in the studio recording. You know what I'm saying? On actual real half-inch tapes, 3-inch tapes, and it became expensive. So brothers, with this technology, this is important because we're dealing with a technological age now. So we got to understand that technology is engulfing what we do, and we got to be careful. We have to be able to move with it, but we have to be careful at the same time. So Cubase was one of the first systems where it had EQ, all that stuff, equalizers, unlimited recording tracks built in, and you was able to do your recordings at home. You see what I'm saying? Where you no longer had to go to the studio, because one thing about being in the studio, it's expensive. All right, I'm still dealing with the air element. I'm setting some stuff up for you because I want to talk about some things. It becomes expensive. I remember going to Seth G's house, Ultramagnetic. That was the one to produce one of our first demos, me and my partner. And he said it was, I said, well, how much is it? He said, yo, it's just $20 an hour. I had $40. I said, cool, I'm going to drop my beat with 20. I'm going to drop my rhyme with $20. I'm good. Me not understand anything about the production aspect. Okay, it took him 6 to 8 hours just to lay my beat down. Alright, when you were shorty from the hood and you looking at the clock, I'm like, son, what you know what I'm saying? What do you mean it's gonna be 8 hours to lay the beat down? Sympathy, record. It's a whole arduous process. So if you've never been in the recording studio, understand it's not just gonna be jumping. Now you can do this at home and it'll cost you a lot less. I was pissed at Senji. I said this nigga was trying to rob me. I said no, this nigga here is trying to rob me because I got 20 for the beat and I had 20 for the rhyme. And I knew my rhyme. I said, nigga, I know my rhyme. Not knowing that the rhyme had to be in a certain clarity. You know, you learn all that stuff. Punch in, punch out. It became a process. And this is Pro Tools, the more advanced level of it, of what you see today. Everybody today is pretty much using Pro Tools. They got a couple of other joints out that they're using. But Pro Tools is industry standard, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And there's different levels of it. It can be expensive. But this is what our essence is being recorded onto now. All right. Wanted to get into the actual chakras, which are related to different sound notes. Different, notes on the keyboard activate or stimulate different chakras within your body in a certain way. So if you need healing done in the root section, you need to be fucking with C note songs. You know what I'm saying? Things in C minor. Ain't she got an album on Alicia Keys in C minor or something? Yeah, so if you got root problems, fuck with Alicia Keys. So I'm breaking this down to illustrate it in the phone line, C line, all that shit. It is lined in with the chakras and things of that nature. So now this is important too because they got weapon technology that messes with your chakras. They can record the sound of signature. They can record the frequency, should I say, of disease. Because they can record those frequencies and play that shit back within the music, and you don't even know that it's taking place, and you wind up getting sick by listening to your favorite Yin Yang album or some shit.